Okay, Bougie Moms, let me go ahead and spill some tea. I'm going to go ahead and show you a quick tool that you could use to go ahead and have all sorts of automations that you don't need to pay any money for and don't have to spend any money on expensive apps of any sort. So, you could use, for example, you could create automations that create automatic videos for your brand and blast them across multiple socials. And you could include automatic music on top of those videos with motivational quotes. You could have other type of automations where you could have your own virtual kind of AI assistant that you could communicate with your voice, and it can do all sorts of things for you. Send email, check your Freedom Fusion system high level, all contacts and everything else that you need in order to no longer be that process prisoner and help you accelerate that brand, help you make more money selling your digital products, automate like whenever somebody reaches out to you, have a bunch of chatbots picking up all the responses for any kind of keywords that you include on threads, anything relevant across any of the socials you could automate, and you don't have to spend any money on this. It's absolutely free. What you do, you download this Docker tool. It's just you go to docker.com and you download literally you go to docker.com. That's your first step. You download this and you literally just download Docker for desktop. uh, I have Windows, so I download it for Windows. If you have Mac, you could download it for Mac. And the next thing you know, all you got to do once you're inside of once you install it, it will look like this. You just hit next, 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 next. You install it, and then you search for N8N. And then what you do, you click on N8N, and you simply go ahead and you pull it, and it will go ahead, it will pull the software. It's sort of like Zapier. So while it's installing, I'll kind of show it to you Zapier, right? So I'm going to quickly go into Zapier and show it to you what you have in Zapier. In Zapier, you have all sorts of automations. I covered that last time, including when you upload a video to your Google Drive, it goes to YouTube, and it's really easy. Think of Zapier as sort of like iPhone, and think of N8N sort of like Android, except you don't really have to pay money um, for N8N. But Zapier has all sorts of other bells and whistles, and I have $29.99 plan. But trust me, Zapier is definitely worth it because you could have also agents. You could like literally interconnect those agents and together and do all sorts of things that is just easier than N8N. And you could combine together Zapier and N8N together to come up with more sophisticated workflows that can help you build like build more automations, get your brand more optimized. And over here, I have different automations in Zapier, like RSS feeds. When you create a thread, there's a feed, like there's um, a Notion article gets created automatically. There's all sorts of other bells and whistles that are taking place with Zapier. Of course, you already seen my previous workshops, including like Pills of Freedom gets created automatically. And of course, you guys can get access to all of those Pills of Freedom once you're part of once you join Freedom Fusion Digital, Feudal Incubator, or my Feudal Kingdom Academy for Bougie Moms, existing brand owners, whatever the case may be. I quickly wanted to show you. And by the way, right now, what you see this dark screen popping up, um, this is automation that I created that checks for files automatically on the Windows. So you probably remember me creating a quick video that shows, hey guys, this is how you could take a large folder from your Google Drive and paste it into like paste a long big file or your Zoom recording, and it will just go ahead and it will clip the files into small chunks. And I showed it to you, and I made it available on my GitHub, and you could use it. And then what does it mean? It just means you could go to Viral Video Clipper, you could download that, you could run it on your computer, and it will convert big videos into short clips. So this way, you could those videos could get easily uploaded to all sorts of socials. So, and what I did explain to you earlier is that I'm going to create an extenuation of this viral video clipper where I'm going to make it easy for it to identify what is viral and what is not. So this way, when you create a workshop, it just knows what is your viral clips are and will include them. It will make it super easy for you to blast them across multiple socials using a variety of types of AI content-driven automations. And over here, you could build agents inside of it. And for now, I'm not going to talk about Zapier. I just kind of quickly wanted to show you this. And of course, you already know what the Freedom Fusion system is. You already know how to operate it. You see my previous workshops. If not, definitely take a look at that. It has everything you need in order to convert your leads into loyal customers, have a bunch of voice agents that are popping in and asking that can interface with your leads, and you could have all sorts of calendars, automations, book appointment system. Everything is in one spot. But the cool part about with N8N, you could convert them into actual leads. Yeah, like you could convert them in a way where it communicates with the leads automatically using your voice, and you could interface with all those leads over here. There's they're all coming in, and this is the central place. This is where people leave tutorial reviews, etc., etc., etc. Hey there, we're a big fan of your content, etc. There's some people, brands trying to reach out. This is one single place that is part of Freedom Fusion system, and there's all sorts of automations to help you automate communities, to help you automate your business processes, to help you automate your Instagram. When people connect through Instagram, it just gets dropped content, etc., etc. There's so many different things. Like here's a Slack automation, Slack intro form. This is when somebody fills out a form. There's all sorts of automations kicking in. There's AI chatbots, and of course, if you look at actual website over here, if you go to Freedom Fusion System /free workshop, you could see all of those pieces are here on this page. You could see, you could scroll down. This is the sales page. The Freedom Fusion System includes all of this, and including the chatbot that you could talk to, and you could have it all in as part of the Feudal Kingdom Academy or Freedom Fusion Digital Feudal Incubator, which is one of the Feudal incubators that specializes in digital faceless marketing. But anyway, now I quickly just wanted to tell you what this whole thing is, and of course you could generate QR codes. You could have a Google, you could have everything optimized with AI chatbots. You could have email marketing nurturing campaigns to constantly fire up and sending emails to your leads in a form of text, because last thing you want to do, you don't want to overwhelm your audience with the heavy videos or anything like this. So you really want to have a basic text sent out automatically. Look, there's a Copilot as well, your new Copilot Power Assistant. Do we need any help? So you could use that to go ahead and build things inside of a Freedom Fusion system and literally send out all of those email nurturing campaigns notifications automatically. And you'll get that as part of the Feudal Kingdom Academy or Freedom Fusion Digital, depending on who you are. There's all sorts of workflows. There's sales rep appointment setup pipelines of what happens when somebody books an appointment, when let's say somebody fills out a form, then the notification is going to get sent out. So let's say if somebody goes to freedomfusionsystem.com and fills out an intro form, all those automations start kicking in and start sending out notification to the sales reps. The instance a lead fills out a form and specifies in the calendar, the Zoom notification goes out, everything gets recorded automatically, all sorts of automations kicking in. So this way you could have your entire second brain full of information that is included as part of this Freedom Fusion system. Plus, the cool part about it, you could also get your RAG, your own second brain. And I know I showed it to you before what the second brain is, but if I open this up and just fired it up over here and run the Streamlit over here, then it will open up that second brain, where you could feed data into it, where you could scrape things. So this way you no longer be the process prisoner, and you just, whenever you do any kind of work and you wanted to quickly scrape particular websites, you could quickly pop them into the Streamlit, and it will scrape the content automatically. It's different than ChatGPT, different than any other like a Claude or anything like that. It's just so much better because you could control what kind of content to feed into your brain, and you can interact with it just like with ChatGPT. So right now this thing is loading. While it's loading, I'm going to go ahead and show you quickly like a MindMeister over here. So if you go to MindMeister, that's one of those tools that I use to quickly illustrate what's part of the Freedom Fusion system. And you could use this tool as well to get like relatively ahead of the game when it comes to presenting and pitching your services or your brand services. This is what we offer as part of the Freedom Fusion system. We provide, and if I kind of break it everything down, this is what it looks like. We provide different types of automation solutions. We have three different plans: essential, professional plan. Essential plan, in case if you wanted to have a bunch of automations done for your company, we have the following essential plan that includes website development, and that means funnels. Email essential automations include appointment configuration, appointment reminder, appointment reschedule, review request, pipeline, new lead, appointment confirmation, appointment no-show. So if you're struggling to make you're constantly missing appointments and you don't have a good way for people to connect with you and you're constantly missing them, then trust me, you definitely want to have fire-looking automations for your book appointments. And of course, book appointment system includes all sorts of other details like calendar integration, survey forms, and all of this falls into the Google Calendar. So this way you stay on top of your leads whenever they schedule any kind of requests. We configure in a combination of different types of inbound social platforms. So this way you have everything in a single chat. When you have things in a single chat, it will appear like literally actual um, inside of the actual window itself, conversational window itself. You could generate QR codes as well in here. You could have your own communities as part of this Go High Level thing. This is actually what the Freedom Fusion system is built on. Is built on Go High Level. You could resell different types of products uh, and include markup on them to make it easier for let's say you found like you wanted to resell AI employee, you could include your price and sell it for $30 extra, and but high level gets to keep 97. So you could do the same thing with resell WhatsApp, any other kind of services, digital marketing services, and bundle everything as part of your overall digital marketing service to other to brands. You could easily resell all those other things like QR code generators. You could resell live leads. You could pretty much resell AI call summarizer, route planner. There's many different things that you could resell and add that as a markup. So and include that in your store and have it and make extra income from that as well, especially when you find something extremely relevant to your need. So there's all sorts of things over here: wait list, outscraper for workflows, benchmark emails, clockify, all that other stuff. And the cool part about it, guys, like if you look at all those different things, there's obviously affiliates. You could have your affiliate integration as well. If you use my affiliate link, guys, I will give you access to this Freedom Fusion system. If you buy Freedom Fusion, if you buy the white label version of Go High Level and make it yourself and buy it through uh, my link or affiliate link, I'll hook you up with the automations, uh, all those automations that are part of it, and you'll get access to Thread Stack Power Bundle, and you'll get the consultation for how to set them up as well. And this way, you have everything you need to convert your leads into loyal customers. There's different payment integration structure. There's social media automation. There's chatbots. So this way, when you see my videos, when I say DM the word path on my Insta, it goes into one place. There's workshop automations as well. I have a bunch of workshops that I create, and I funnel people to those workshops, and those workshops are automatically being advertised on the internet. I have nurturing emails as well when people sign up for those workshops that are being fired up, and they get notified. Moms, bougie moms get notified, or whoever signs up for those workshops, they get notified with that. And of course, you guys seen example of other tools like that you're going to get part of the Feudal Kingdom Academy or Freedom Fusion Digital Feudal Incubator, depending on what you're trying to do. If you're a digital mom who is a brand owner or not. And over here, what you see, I just fired up the rag scraper. So what you could do is you could include something like HTTPS bio.link. Let's say I wanted to scrape this content over here. Let's say I wanted to scrape that content, and you could pick different models over here as well. And for example, I could choose Mistral. That's a very fast model. and I could add this URL, and I could add more URLs. So if I go to buy me a coffee, and let's say I wanted to include everything about Threads Booster. So when somebody asks what's going on, like what is Threads Booster, then I don't have to think like, oh, what is Threads Booster? I could just go ahead and ask a question. What is Threads Booster? Right here in your own rag. So over here, I'm going to go ahead and put that rag. Boom, it's edited. Right now, this rag is edited. I'm just going to go ahead and scrape. There's a limited cost on the bottom. It's a very low cost, but imagine feeding all of those different articles that you are, all of your Buy Me Coffee websites, all of your content from the internet, feeding that directly in, and basically making it scrape your content. So this way you could talk to it just like as if you were talking in ChatGPT. While this is running and continuously you kind of waiting and it's scraping and embedding, there's I wanted to show you a couple of extensions that you could use as well to quickly copy content from your YouTube videos and get the description, and then use DeepSeek to quickly create additional instructions out of them. And of course, if you guys want to learn how to do this, definitely take a look at my other workshops. I already created other workshops. But look over here, it says check with your website's data. Now I could go ahead and say, tell me more about Threads Booster. What is it? So I went ahead and I included this, and the whole rag scraper sits behind like on a free kind of a database. It's called Superbase, and it basically, you don't need to pay for it or anything like this. You literally just I'll give you the file, the zip file. You run it exactly as is, and you have your own brain, second brain. This is an example of, here's, as you can see, based on provided context here, the extracted information. What is Threads Booster? Threads Booster is a guide that is part of a product bundle called Thread Stack. It aims to help moms achieve freedom and purpose while growing on Threads. Mission of Thread Stack, etc., etc., etc. Well, guess what? You could do this for multiple Buy Me Coffee articles and communicate with it, and you could have your customers as well communicate with that as well, and making it gazillion times easier for you to um, kind of make to understand what products you have, how much is everything cost, and without really being that process prisoner. So I went ahead and kind of did this. Then you could add another URL over here. You add another URL, and let's say you wanted to go ahead and go to Buy Me a Coffee again and find some, just pop it, because Buy Me a Coffee doesn't allow you to go ahead and scrape things. You can't just go to ChatGPT and say, like, show me what's inside of that Buy Me a Coffee page. ChatGPT is not going to be able to crawl through this, while this thing is going to be able to crawl through this, and you could ask questions. So I'm going to go ahead and include Rag Scraper as part of the automation services as well that we deliver. But the main, like, if you wanted to hire us to help you with AI content driven automations, we could set you up with your own website, your essential automations, the funnels, the appointment system. So this way, when somebody books an appointment, you have a little Zoom invite coming out. Everything is, you get notification in the calendar. Other people also can join. You get notified. Everything gets recorded into Notion. Notion is another tool that I showed you earlier. This way, you have full context about what's happening, and not only that, we could also feed that into your own rag, so you could have full understanding of what is happening across all of those different types of meetings that you had on Zoom, whenever somebody scheduled a meeting with you. So this way you could easily ask questions across all of them. Now that's pretty cool. And plus you get your own AI chatbots. We have voice chatbots where you could just call, and the voice chatbots will come back and tell you that somebody called. So for example, if I go to gmail.com and right now open up chatbot, it will quickly tell me like what is going on. I have a couple of things going on. I have a couple of um, like if I put, let's say, voice, right? Voice, and um, so voice. So the way it works is uh, there's an email that comes in. So yeah, one of those emails is called. So I have a, how should I say this? So I have one of the I have a couple of bots that are browsing things around, that are doing certain tasks for me, as but I also have voice bots that are, whenever somebody calls my phone number, there's a voice email coming in. First, I'm going to show you this. Here's an example of a bot that kind of completed the task for me. It went ahead, I posted a comment on the specified thread, inviting Bougie moms over 40 to attend Threads Bots and Threads Samurai workshops offered by Feudal Kingdom Academy. So I have this bot that just does things, flies around, and invites moms to my workshops. And of course, you're going to learn how to set all of this up. And over here, I wanted to show you another bot. So as you can see, the bot, your AI employee has handled another call for Freedom Fusion System. Here's the call details. So this call came from a bot from this thing over here. If you look at voice AI agents, this is where it came from. I have this thing configured. And as you can see, there's number of calls. It shows how many people come in and called in, etc., etc. And it shows like the phone number there, where they came from, all that. And you could look at the summary. You could view transcript. You could see call recording, whether it was recorded or not. Summary, so details collected from the client. View transcript. Here's the full transcript of the conversation. It's very fast. It's not laggy. So when you call on a phone number, it's super fast. You could go ahead and give it a try. Call this number and see for yourself. And you get access as part of the Freedom Fusion system. You get access to all of this. And of course, it's going to justify the costs, because now you don't have to spend money on your web store. You have all of those automations that can help you automate your brand. And you could have all of those AI voice agents fully integrated with your AI agents. So you have voice agents and you have chatbots. So there's chatbots that are obviously on a website itself. Like if you go to free workshop over here, you could see the actual chatbot that you could communicate, ask questions, right? And there's obviously people who are coming in through Instagram and DMing the word path, and all of that goes into a Slack channel. And of course, inside of Slack channel, you have different types of channels. And when people come in and mention something in channel, the lead, when they DM the word path, the lead ends up being in that channel. Freedom Fusion System also have a mobile app that you could use as well and get things going super fast with all of those different types of functionalities. Now, here's a thing over here that I wanted to show that. So this is another example of like me pasting another URL, right? And I'm just gonna go ahead and hit boom, scrape, and it's minimum amount of cost. And I included this thing, feudal mission. So why join feudal incubator, right? So I could kind of ask those questions relevant to this. Why is this important to use RAG? Because the hallucination is a real thing when it comes to AI tools. And if you don't have the correct system that will prevent it from hallucinations, then you're constantly going to be struggling writing any kind of code or creating any kind of digital product. But this thing literally, it's a kind of like ChatGPT inside of your own content. So you could ask, what is the benefit uh, of feudal incubator? And you could make mistakes just like in ChatGPT. And this is very simple stuff, guys, but you'll get access to that as well. And you get access to my, once you join Feudal Kingdom Academy or Feudal Incubator, you will be able to get access to my Zapier automations, my Freedom Fusion System automations, and of course, Thread Stack Power Bundle. Thread Stack includes thread stories, themes, and everything else that you already heard of. Um, and of course, notice how over here is based on a Feudal Incubator is pathway to freedom. The Feudal Incubator is designed to help side hustlers discover freedom by learning hybrid skills. What is the phone number of Freedom Fusion System? So I could ask like that, what is the phone number of Freedom Fusion System? Oh, information is missing. Okay, well, that's not a problem, right? What we're gonna do, we're gonna include HTTPS www.freedomfusionsystem freedomfusionsystem.com. Boom. Right now we just edit it, and we could switch it around and use another model, like ChatGPT 1, GPT-4 Mini. We could use DeepSeek, we could use Grok, we could use different models. I'm gonna go ahead and hit scrape, Once again, it's scraping the data on a back end. This is what it looks like on a back end. While it's scraping the data, there's a bunch of things happening on a back end. You don't really have to worry about what's happening. This is just kind of to show you what's behind the scenes, and you'll get this entire file to load into your environment, and you'll be able to run that on your local computer. So this way you don't have to spend any money on any expensive tools, SaaS tools, and it just kind of does it for you. So right now it finished with that. I'm going to ask the same question. What is the phone number of Freedom Fusion System? I asked that again. While this is doing right now, what we're going to do. So the information is, let's see, boom, based on it knew right away what the phone number is. That's crazy, right? And you could, let's say you wanted to read up about MCP protocol on cloud Anthropic, right? Let's say you wanted to kind of do this, understand how to use MCP protocol and be able to understand full definitions of it, what it does, and know exactly how to use it. You could literally take this example over here, vision. Let's say you wanted to figure out the vision or any of those tutorials, and quickly you'll be able to interact with them because they're up to date. Anything ChatGPT does, it's not exactly up to date. Plus it can scrape certain things, while this thing can, and this is very good. If just to kind of help you understand, if I go to ChatGPT, what ChatGPT does, it's like show me on the internet Feudal Kingdom Academy details across all platforms, right? This is what ChatGPT can do really well. But if you start talking about, oh, can you give me phone number of Freedom Fusion System, and let's say Freedom Fusion System is blocked, or like there's a robot text txt file that says you can't crawl my site, then ChatGPT won't be able to get to it. So Feudal Kingdom is solo legacy. Um, so now it's kind of, you see, it's talking about some legacy, not really talking about my Feudal Kingdom brand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, show me more sources about Feudal Kingdom Academy from Freedom Fusion System on Threads and other platforms. So right now you can see how this search works. Notice I have my content on YouTube, and that's the reason why you got to have your content on multiple places on YouTube. And look how good the video is. It got ChatGPT knows it's the game. Look. So as you can see, this is the reason why you guys got to learn how to create those videos as well. And I literally show you as part of my Threads Booster guide for how to create like videos like this. So if you go to bio.link/Freedom Fusion System, you go to Threads Booster, and basically you're going to learn how to create insane looking videos.
Hey, income streams? Introducing Threads Booster, your ultimate tool for mastering content creation and lead generation.
So basically, guys, this is the power of the ChatGPT. But let's say if you wanted to go Claude and see if you could search for anything internet related. So right now this has got 3.7. The now it got, you got to pay monthly or whatever, right? So obviously we're not going to pay for that, but the Claude allows you to search for the internet kind of stuff. It does show you to do like GitHub. Supposedly you could select repositories. So if I wanted to include text analyzer and text clarifier into file splitter, I could kind of do this. And let's see, I edit and talk to that. Supposedly, can you tell me what's inside of those libraries? This is actually pretty cool in Cloud, where you could interface directly with the libraries. I'll review the libraries. So we have OS, we have this library, we have JSON, we have Parson, type-in library. Now you could ask more specific codes. What do you see in those files, and what is their purpose? So you could ask those more detailed questions when it comes to dealing with. So there's a this explained the problem script solves. Purpose: a comprehensive text analysis tool that breaks down large text main functionality, splits large files. So this is actually the library that I quickly created for you, and you guys will get access to that as well. And we'll be able to get access to all of the videos to implement it. But this is so whenever you have a big file, you got to split it into multiple chunks. It's very easy for you to split it. So uh, it requires an OpenAI key. Target use cases: analyzing long zoom video transcripts, improving SEO for websites, breaking down large text documents, extracting key information from lengthy text. So uh, what syntax, what code does it have? Show me snippets. So this is, guys, this is actually big because there was no concrete way of including um, including anything directly into uh, from like a GitHub library directly into Claude. This is actually a big deal, this thing, and it's worth $20 that it's asking for. Definitely, I would pay $20 for this. This is because, I mean, the other option for you is to use copy coder plus cursor. So cursor is like, if you load up cursor over here, you load that up, and it's a quick way for you to write to create software relatively quick, including browser use software or any other kind of software that will make it easy for you to create all sorts of automations without you spending colossal amount of money. And of course, um, the cursor is definitely a good, very good tool, and I show how to create like threads product out of that that can interface directly with leads using a nothing but um, just communicating directly with the leads. And of course, the this is the product. I mean, this is a cursor. You use that, you communicate, and it just goes back and forth, starts coding for you. So this way, you don't have to spend colossal amount of time wasting it and doing it yourself. You don't need to be a super duper developer or anything like this. It just codes for you automatically. So if I had to do it, I'd definitely get $20 on Cursor as the first place in combination with Copy Coder. So this way you could tell it like what stack to build, etc., and it will go ahead and it will build it. But the main thing here, guys, is that um, what services does Freedom Fusion system offer? Freedom Fusion system offer, and it will include all those details over here, and it will say, okay, this is what we offer based on the context that it found on freedomfusionsystem.com, based on the context of all of those things. And look, it's a custom automation tailored to meet specific needs, streamline operations, simplifying complex workflows, digitizing memorabilia, pitching skills, FUD community, all those different things. It knows right away what we're offering, and it's showing this directly inside of here. If you ask ChatGPT about like, hey, what is the what services, and by the way, look inside of the ChatGPT, what you see is the threads. That's another reason why you have to be creating threads. And I do have automations that literally shows you how to take those. Anytime you create a workshop, it automatically creates videos, splits them into viral clips, blast them across multiple socials, and create threads as well relevant to those clips. So here's an example of a thread. You click on it, and it takes you right away, and you could see what's going on. Over here, I have a download button. Did you guys know you could download this extension? There's a Chrome extension, this one over here, that you could use to quickly download content from the internet. Isn't that amazing? And of course, another thing what you could do, you could use Tango extension. Tango is a way for you to do standard operating procedures. If you wanted to have your side hustlers quickly communicate with the leads, then you want to be using Ask Screen Shot for ChatGPT extension, just to kind of help you better understand and demonstrate for how this works and how it could help you save time. All you got to do, it looks like my view grew by a certain amount of time, a certain amount of numbers. What you got to do is the following. Let's say you found somebody who you wanted to respond. You could either have your bunch of bots do it, respond, or you could have your uh, side hustler who uses those low effort skills to go ahead and respond on behalf of you. And this is how they would do that. Or you could do it yourself. but it's look how easy this is. You highlight this, right? And you right click, you ask GPT, and then you say respond not like a robot. And what it's going to do, it's going to automatically open up ChatGPT. It will look at in your all the threads that you have pre-created before. It will come up with an absolutely beautiful message, and you could come up with it and hit Control V. Immediately went ahead and recommended everything from your threads stories, and it's ready to populate it and hit the ground running. And you could also include like threads stories kind of a topic. So, but over here it says, look, the question is, does TikTok have an algorithm on strategies like Instagram? I need a TikTok queen to teach me all the things. Absolutely. TikTok has its own algorithm. It's a reward strategy, just like Instagram. Think momentum, hooks, that sweet watch time. But here's the key. If you're building your brand across platforms, you need to make threads work for you too. This post breaks down how to boost engagement on threads while juggling it all. Faceless marketing moms, unlock your potential with Thread Stack. Visit Freedom Fusion System, and take the first step towards freedom. So check this out. Boom, I hit post. I don't have to be a process prisoner thinking what I'm going to write. I didn't spend any time doing that. And then over here, who has started YouTube journey that, what are some pros and cons? What are your biggest obstacle on YouTube? Once again, guys, you already know that I create content for YouTube as well. Specifically, I'm going to respond. I'm just picking over here a bot, and I'm going to respond not like a robot. And once again, boom, is going to go ahead and it will look at all of my threads that are in Google Sheet that I just literally pasted in here into a bot. It's an extension, and it just comes back and it does things. Look how easy while I'm communicating with you, I'm just like literally doing this. So totally feel this. YouTube takes energy, but the visibility unmatched. If you're juggling platforms, don't let threads fall behind. It's a low lift way to keep momentum going while YouTube ramps it up. This post walks through the how to make downtime monetizable. Ideas are great, but action is better. DM path on to turn threads into a power move. Boom. Again, what I did is I just did a couple of things like this. You hand off those very low effort routines to a bunch of side hustlers with whom you're going to get connected in Feudal Kingdom Academy, who will be able to do all sorts of things for you. Look, luxury girl ambition. You can make good living on threads, right? So you see that I totally agree with that. My ideal audience happens to be luxury bougie moms, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to respond, and I'm going to quickly show it to you like, boom, this is what it is. This is how I'm using, quickly reaching out and saying, hey, look, I got this other product. Check this out. And this is very adaptive. Look, it says, absolutely, threads can be quite powerhouse when you align with the right rhythm and strategy. This thread spills some tea on how digital moms over 40 are boosting engagement in the margin of the day for their luxury brands. I could include that for their luxury brands. And it's time to thread stack your way to success. Grab the guide and grow your hustle on threads today, right? So I could include over here thread stack as well. And guess what? You don't have to guys do that. You'll hand it off to your virtual assistants. They will do that for you. If you want to configure your bot to do that for you, like whatever I'm doing with the Chrome extension, so this way it just does it automatically, then watch my other YouTube videos that I showed in my YouTube video channel. Just go to bio.link over here, bio.link, and navigate to my YouTube, and you will be able to find insane examples of browser use for how to do this and how to make it super quick. You go to YouTube channel, you navigate there, and you just watch the videos over here where I literally show you how to create this insanity. And I know some of you will say, well, I don't really have like a way to do this. How do you do this? How do you do this browser use? How do you have the bots do that? Guys, it's fairly straightforward. You just have to configure your threads bots to use browser use browser use library. And I'll show to you in those videos over here. You could see them. Um, like pay close attention to when you see browser use. Look at the latest videos over here. Definitely like this one, Feudal Kingdom Academy on threads. So we're getting some views here and there. ChatGPT is helping us out as well. It's make it possible to search things on the internet. All sorts of bells and whistles are happening. And of course, I already showed you how to do all sorts of automations automatically. So this way, when you create content, it goes ahead and gets dropped into appropriate channels. In fact, why don't we go ahead and do this? There is a Zoom recording video that, believe it or not, what happens, Zoom is blocking access to, is blocking access if you start sending too many videos. And I know I was supposed to show you like N8N automation and how to do this working and how to show it to you so this way you don't have to spend a lot of money. And I know I promised you that, and I'm going to quickly show that to you. But for now, I'm just going to quickly show you the recording. As you can see, this is the recording, 1 hour and 17 minutes. This recording took place the other day, and this is 1 hour and 21 minutes. And if I look at YouTube and see what are the videos for how long they were, as you see, there's 1 hour and 21 minutes. This is like three minutes video. This is another 3 minutes video. But this one that was for 1 hour and 17 minutes, it wasn't really uploaded. So what I'm gonna do is uh, I'm gonna literally click on that, and I'm just gonna download this, right? And I'm gonna show you what the automation does and how quickly this thing makes it work. So I'm gonna just allow this, and right now it's like literally um, downloading this file. You could also edit the clips to Zoom clips to quicker kind of get access to it. But uh, the idea here, guys, is once you download the file, you wanted to drop this into your folder, which will go ahead and upload things onto YouTube. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Right now, it's kind of uploading. It's showing you recording, all of that, MP4 in MP4 format. And later on in N8N, I'm going to show you how to create your own videos automatically as well and blast them across multiple socials as well. So this is going to be gazillion times easier.
Uploading thing. Notion, I'm talking about like when you stick with the common denominator.
So over here you see a file like a um, regular MP3 file, like a regular, not a video, right? So what you guys got to remember is the fact that there is a way for you to convert into videos your text and include that context.
The cool
And
part, I could show all sorts of KPIs into it.
so
I'm talking about Freedom Fusion.
So what you see is this file over here, right? And in automation, of course, I show you how to take audio file and extract actual transcript out of it and create all sorts of um, kind of descriptions. And I'll show you how to do this fast, so this way you don't waste any time, guys. So the first thing what you want to do, you want to open up your Google Drive, and I have the automation that literally shows you for how to how to create this in Zapier. I showed you to earlier today, and it had a bunch of errors. The reason why is because there's a limit for YouTube. But here's let's say I wanted to go ahead and upload this bad boy over here, and literally just send it over here. Boom. It's gonna go ahead and I'm gonna upload that video. Now it's the automation is gonna kick in, and I'm gonna get notification in Slack channel saying that the automation is kicking in, and all that stuff is gonna happening automatically. Plus the when you go live on Zoom, also the recording gets created as well, which is really cool uh, because the recording transcript gets dropped into Slack and you could see what it's all about. Here's an example just to kind of give you an idea and understanding. This is where content getting dropped into Freedom Fusion Digital. As you can see, here's this content. It got dropped, explanation for what it was, what the workshop was, and you could have all this workshop. You could generate a mind map out of this and literally have this summarized with DeepSeek. So for example, you could do something like this and open up like a extension. So over here, there's several extensions. There's Tango extension, and I'm sure you guys already seen a video of that for how I use extension for Tango. Then if I go to Chrome, if I go to Edge, right? Edge is another one of those places that I installed a bunch of those extensions as well. But the idea behind it is you wanted to have your YouTube video summarized quickly. Let me just quickly find it. Where is it? Here's an example of, let's say, YouTube video, and let's say you wanted to summarize this quickly. So what you do, you literally just turn on the manage extensions, and turn on the YouTube. I have a YouTube generator kind of extension, and it doesn't look like it's here, but uh, take a look at my previous videos. You'll see what I'm talking about. You could quickly click on that extension and it will summarize everything relatively in a much easier way. So if you can't find it, you could always re-download it by looking at the extensions, getting an extension for Microsoft Edge, and searching for YouTube one, and then just literally YouTube download summarizer, and this is the one that allows you to kind of get the transcripts right away. And there's another one that does it even better than this. So if I click on here, here's an MP4 file. There's a web video MP4 file. So that actually, none of those were that I was using. It was even easier, it was faster. I think because I closed the browser, it basically didn't preserve the state. But start using those extension, and including DeepSeek, including all sorts of modules. Start using Open Router as well. Open Router is where you go in and ask questions relatively faster. For example, you could pick a model. You could pick Mistral free model and look how fast this responds. It could literally respond gazillion times faster. Let's see, can you build me a calculator? Can you build me a calculator? Let's see, how quickly will it respond to build a calculator? Look how fast this whole thing is. It literally just gave me the code for all of this. So this is pretty cool. Now you could say, can you paste it? Can you summarize this? Summarize this. I'm using Mistral. This is the French model. And look, it literally summarized everything. Look how fast this is. You definitely want to be using router. Can you go ahead? Can you give me good title and description? Descriptions with memes, with emojis for YouTube. So you could kind of quickly do this, and right away, as you can see, it's all here, and it summarized everything, and you could include this as part of the message and go back to YouTube and quickly upload the description. This is where let's say this was the description. So like this was one of those files were the description. So you upload it in there and you're good to go. Now, what is happening at the same time? This is the browser use uh, example where I was showing you how to use your own AI agent to start scraping leads and communicating with them. So definitely take a look at this as well. But going back to what I was saying over here, to Slack channel, this was the video over here. And by the way, notice as soon as I dropped the video, it automatically uploaded that video on YouTube. If you click on YouTube, this is it. It's still processing, right? But the idea here is that it showed the URL. Then there's this transcript as well. Everything is getting dropped in Google Drive, Google Docs. So this way you have access to it. This way you can feed this data directly to your RAG and be able to interface with it and ask questions. So over here, as you can see, everything just looks really nice and beautiful. You could use different models as well, like DeepSeek, there's a Gemini, there's all sorts of OpenAI, there's many different models, and you could use this directly on, what do you call this, Open Router. This is, I didn't even pay anything for it. I literally just like signed in for free, and then you get access to some of those models for some time to try it around and play around, and then you could build your own apps, leveraging and referencing them. So now the idea behind it is, so right now it's still processing. If I could click on this, did it process? So right now as you can see, it got uploaded, right? And as you can see, everything is uploaded here. So the question is, how can I get the actual YouTube summary? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Manage Extensions. I'm going to search for YouTube summary, get extensions, YouTube summary, and summary with Bing Chat, YouTube summary. Let's see, I'm gonna get that, add extension. So right now, boom, that extension is available. Now it looks like continue with the Google, whatever. I just get that quickly installed, and there we go. Now we're part of that extension. Now we are able to YouTube summary, summarize your video as soon as it pops up, customize prompt and select whatever, right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna click on this and see where is this YouTube video. Is there a YouTube summary? So now it says upgrade to Pro, default AI model. That is default is this. So let's say ChatGPT Plus, strategy for longer video examples. This is a more, if I had to say it, it's not the one that I was using, but it's kind of interesting because it also have different models. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna hit refresh
For you.
and see
Just
if it
replay
popped
the
up.
videos like this, and you get the avatar. You
So
export the video, and then
I don't really see anything being popped up. Okay, so I found the extension, guys, and the DeepSeek extension as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the YouTube extension, and I'm gonna go here to YouTube right here. And then I'm gonna click on this YouTube button. So this is a YouTube video transcript. If I go to your videos and literally take this transcript here, it says the video contains copyrighted material. As a result, it has been blocked in some countries. So no matter what, you're still gonna get dinged when you create content. Just keep going, guys. You could repurpose that content and upload it across other places. But here's what you do: you click on that, you click on this, and now you.
literally destroy your competition between CapCuts and.
So right now, what you do, you just hit this button, and now it got no transcript available. Um, maybe didn't get the transcript yet. Let me see. Typically, you would see the transcript right away. So let's see, maybe this one. Let me show you an example of this extension. So as you can see, here's the transcript. Maybe it's taking a while to load up, but the idea here, guys, is this this was original content. So this, whatever I showed you guys in this tutorial, this kind of a, what do you call it? Whatever I showed it to you before as description on the Slack channel. So if I go to Slack channel, this description over here, this is the basically the what you want to do. You want to take this content. So what happens in automation, you get a summary. Whenever you do Zoom, you get a summary. Whenever you do Zoom workshop, you get a summary, and you get automatically you get a YouTube video. This time we had to drag it in and drop it, but into Google Drive. But you don't have to do this when you actually do the Zoom, and there's no limit on the number of videos that you get to upload. So what we're gonna do over here, we're just gonna quickly open up DeepSeek, and we're gonna say, can you create YouTube description based on this content with emojis. So this is directly inside of the open, not even an open router, it's directly inside of the actual extension, making it even easier. But also, if you it generated the whole thing over here, the whole description, and now I could just go ahead and I could paste that in, include that here. So if I go to my studio, YouTube studio, and literally if I go to content, now inside of the content, I'll just quickly modify that to edit title and description and include that over here. And guess what? Now ChatGPT is gonna know, is gonna know exactly what I did on this workshop, and is gonna recommend it. Streamline your content creation with Ron Wells. Okay, so now kind of include this thing here, include that thing here. So this is digital marketing, bougie moms, all that stuff. Boom, it uploaded. Nice. Now this thing is available, and keep something in mind. All of this is searchable through um, through the ChatGPT. So over here, unlocking lead generation, how our threads bot transforms your marketing strategy. So if I go to ChatGPT, right, and if I go to ChatGPT and ask this question relevant to this video, unlocking this thing over here, right? So if I search for this, let's see if it finds it. Can you search for this on the internet? And let's see if it's gonna find it. It's looking, it's checking threads, it's checking all that stuff. And because maybe I only uploaded recently, it couldn't find it. Now let me see. Can you search for this? Can you search for this on YouTube? Let's see if it's gonna be able to find that. And it did. You see, the more specific you are, the easier it's gonna be to mention that. So you want to be using very specific key phrases as well. Of course, nobody's just going to be saying show it to me on YouTube. People are going to be just typing it in and searching it. So you want to be really cautious when you pick the keywords, and you could ask DeepSeek to go ahead and pick the right keywords for you that will be trending. And of course, there's other ways for how to do this, how to get the data that's actually trending and use that right away in content. Now, keep something in mind. What I just showed is a couple of examples. Now, I showed you how to interface directly with your libraries and use the reason why you want to interface with your GitHub libraries the way I showed you is because you're going to be able to build gazillion times quicker than doing anything else. So now, otherwise you'll have hallucinations and all sorts of other issues. So if I go back, let's see, after using that extension for how quickly I was able to do this, totally feel this. YouTube takes energy but the visibility. So notice how she went ahead and responded. Well, I responded, right? YouTube, or what your biggest obstacle with who has started, right? So totally feel this. So faceless marketing with work from home mom, exactly my audience, right? So, and guess what? Like, she interfaced that. How did this bot know what to say? That's the question, right? So how did it know? I configured it from my ChatGPT. So I included the entire table over here. Think of it as your entire rag directly in here. So all of those videos that I have, specifically on Google Sheets, if I go to Google Sheets, all of those videos that I have are prepackaged directly inside of all of those threads that I have, they're prepackaged inside of my spreadsheet called ThreadStack. And I include the product name, I include the thread name, I include what it's all about, little description for what kind of product does it cover, threads boss or thread story, or uh, and include this product over here as well, description, and include tags. And the rest is just copy this whole thing like this and paste it directly into the extension. This makes gazillion times faster. So if you open up the screenshot, you could create your own bot just by literally including it right here, where you say uh, selection. You could also do screenshot of the desktop and screenshot of the image. You could do that as well. So, but over here, I'm just going to choose selection and include this thing here. And I could say, based on this context, include URL and respond to the lead with a joke, to the lead with the joke on threads. Boom. This is how it does it. Can you feed, can you like fetch anything relevant to something else, yeah, you could fetch raw image, page data, screenshot page, screenshot desktop, and you could feed that in directly using browser use extension. Well, browser use library, you could feed that in directly. So if I choose screenshot desktop, answer screenshot. So answer screenshot, let's say I wanted to do this, and I go to here and I highlight this and ask GPT. Over here, I click customize. Let's just say trigger context menu browser shortcut. So use a browser shortcut which supports multi-key shortcuts. Use a page shortcut which supports single key. So let's say if I wanted to do screenshot page desktop. Ask screenshot for ChatGPT has requested additional permissions. Allow screenshot desktop. And let's just see what it looks like. So if I wanted to right click, ask GPT, it didn't show that on the prompt. I have to see why that does it, but you gotta play with it, guys, and I'll show you more details about how to use this extension. But the idea is you want to be able to quickly take the screenshot. Right now I just kind of took the screenshot, but ask ChatGPT with it. Let me see, answer screenshot the region, context menu, page shortcut. So GPT search through ChatGPT conversation history, global speed, set a default speed for video and audio, search bar, all that good stuff you get to hear. Anyway, guys, definitely try to use this extension whenever you get a chance. And of course, I'll show you how to automate this even further by feeding this automatically your Google Sheet directly into this extension kind of thing, and show you how to even recreate this extension if you wanted to accelerate your effectiveness even more, or how to even get the fully automatic where it just goes in, you don't even do it, it just comes back with the leads. And I'll show you examples of that as well in previous workshops. But for now, what I'm gonna quickly do, I'm gonna open up Docker. So as you can see, this was the video that was my RAG that was running. This is what N8N over here. It's basically I pulled. So what I did is I installed this from N8N, and now it kind of has this all of those different things: networking, GPU test, all of those different things, right? So this is very simple stuff, guys. Like the first thing after you download this, you could also integrate this Docker directly with your VS Code. VS Code is free. You download this. That's where I had the. If I open it up, that's where I had this RAG thing. Open file. This is where I had this the scraper, RAG scraper, in this tool, and you could download that free. You don't have to spend money for it. And the cool part about it, right now, we could hit run, and of course, the hot container name. You could include, for example, Freedom Fusion System, and then port. You could put like 5, 6, 7, 8, for example. You could put any port as long as it's not doesn't interfere with your system. And of course, you could check for what port that is by doing netstat -an and see what kind of ports you have running. But basically, just pick 5, 6, 7, 8, for example. It won't really matter. But this thing is what you're doing. You are setting up this Docker environment, and what this thing is going to do is going to do all sorts of crazy stuff on the background. You don't really need to know too much about it, but it's just going to create something like Zapier interface for you, where you could do all sorts of crazy things inside of there. um, such as be able to do those automations, run the agents, and all that other stuff without you spending colossal amount of money. So now it's loading. Now editor is now accessible. You could get access to that. You could put in your email. So for example, Freedom Fusion System, Ron Wells, and then I'm just gonna put my password. The password is gonna get generated. So I'm gonna go ahead and send next. And boom, I just created that. Try to always use Gmail account, guys, to quickly, so this way you're not being process prisoner to some other hosting account and that you can't do anything with. You always got to be using your Gmail account to get things super fast started. So right now, keep some in mind, I'm running this whole N8N. It's sort of like Zapier directly on my computer. So it's kind of loading. It's taking a little bit of time initially, but it should come up. This is the first time I'm registering, but once you register, you're going to have fully blown interface to interact with and build all sorts of agents that you could ask questions, follow up with leads, and instantiate your AI agents that will go out and catch more leads, talk to them using your voice, etc. So right now it's kind of doing this on a background. Let's see, GUI apps, networking integration. It has all those different things, and I'll show you how to take videos and convert those videos into um, literally small chunks. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll add info. I'm going to say what describe the company. I'm going to include system integrator, automation agency, which role describes you, sales and marketing, which part of sales. I'm going to do other, lead generation, just who will be your automation mainly for. And then I'm going to include other teams and how big is your company, less than 20 people. So just filling out basic stuff. How would you like to hear? You just other. I'm gonna include other. Uh, TikTok. So and get started. So workflow get paid features for free forever. Receive a free activation key for the advanced features below. Advanced debugging, easy to fix. Send me a free license key. So time limited offer. Get paid features for free forever. Okay, I'll send me a license key. Check your license key. So license is activated. Okay, so right now, guys, this is basically all of this stuff is configured now. Now I could go ahead and test the ready to go AI agent example. So you could start off with this one, connect your keys. So right now we have open chat. Welcome to N8N. Connect your calendar, connect your accounts, set up OpenAI credentials, all that other good stuff. Then don't have a Google Calendar. So we could set the Google Calendar app. That's fairly easy. And you just follow the instructions, guys, when you configure in it and you open it. So select credentials, connect with, create new credentials. Then you set up the OAuth thing. I'm not going to go into too much details right now because I still have to review this myself for how to set that up because there's a separate instructions that I got to go through. But it's not hard. I'll create another tutorial, guys, to kind of show you all of those steps, how to set up OAuth, how to get all those pieces up and running. So this way you have a beautiful, beautiful agent running for you. And then I'll show you how to actually take the videos and construct very good cut like you take a big video and you convert it, and then it's just going to be the smaller videos and all that other stuff. You're going to learn about it. I'm not going to go into details, but uh, I will show you how to set them up, like OpenAI models and all of those different things. For now, you just start off with memory. You could include different types of memory. There's a connected chat trigger nodes. So first, you want to get familiar with the documentation. You could read up on N8N documentation. You could have your RAG go ahead and pick that up and feed in some Olama models to quickly kind of have direct access to and a cheaper way to the LLMs. So all that you get to learn how to do. But the idea behind it is you run it, it's just there. Over here, you could add a tag, etc. This is looks like it's a, you know, GitHub n8n. This is their GitHub account, and you could set up all sorts of plus. Let's say you could do flow, and you could do all sorts of merge effects, all the different things, action and app, advanced AI, affinity, bamboo. This is just a bunch of applications that you could connect to. So there's CrowdStrike, my favorite cybersecurity company. I use it quite often. Elasticsearch, I used it as well. There's many different things like Figma and FileMaker, GitHub, GitLab, Google Ads, Google Analytics, all that stuff, Google Drive. You could connect it all of those different things to agents and have them and interact with the agents. So this way it picks the correct thing. You want to be splitting them across multiple agents. Look, it has Notion as well. If I wanted to do Notion, look at get database, get user action, get all those pages. Adalo, so retrieve row, all of those different places you could control and be able to create those incredible workflows. There's ClickUp for all sorts of assigning work to your side hustlers. There's a lot of entries in here, and there's Asana. So this is project update for project management. A lot of stuff, guys. A lot of stuff. Autopilot, AWS, Bubble, Cisco, Meraki. They even have that. That's crazy. They have a lot of stuff, guys. Datadog, DHL, Elasticsearch, Figma, Flow, Google Sheets, Google Drive, Google Slides, um, Intercom, Hunter, Humanistic, like all those different things, guys, you can add and can create custom things. And I'll show you how to even interface directly with your operating system, specifically so this way you could do certain things from PowerShell on your Windows and have your Docker container operate and be able to directly interface with it. And I'll show you how to expose it to the internet and make it easy. So this way you don't have to spend a lot of time and money. So here's templates. Here's a bunch of workflow automation templates. Creating an API endpoint. So create a simple API endpoint using a webhook and respond to webhook. So this is joining different data sheets. Very quick start AI agent. Build your first AI data analyst chatbot. Create REST API. Avoid asking redundant questions with dynamically generated form using OpenAI. Verify and reach your new leads and contacts. So there's so much stuff, guys. So send up follow-up Gmails to Hotspot. Like literally, that's a lot of workflows, guys. So there's a Telegram thing as well, and you can look for automate social media, search the web, different context, guys. So, and I'll walk you through the process of building your own automation for YouTube extraction, for creating your own YouTube videos and making it absolutely free. So this way, you find a bunch of videos, put them in a spreadsheet, Google Sheet, and it will go ahead and it will create out of that Google Sheet, out of that video, a royalty-free video and royalty-free music. It will combine it together and produce them and upload them automatically across socials. So that's pretty cool. Now over here, this is kind of marketing. I wonder if they have Facebook thing. I wanted to see if I could automate my Facebook marketplace. So there's Facebook leads. There's receive a Mattermost message when user updates. So not so much for Facebook, but it's okay. I could show you guys for how to create custom automations. So this way, even if something doesn't exist, I'll show you how to make it exist. This is the beauty part about N8N. It's just easier. And the cool part about it, you could still interface it with other webhooks and other systems. So over here, I wonder if they have Zapier integration. So Zapier. So, and it doesn't look like it. They want you to kind of be in your own ecosystem, but I'll show you how to combine it with Zapier as well. So the pricing, obviously, this is a hosted model, so you don't have to spend anything, but hosted by NAN, self-hosted, contact us. So right now we are literally just doing it. We're self-hosting it, unlimited workflow execution with unlimited steps, go unlimited active workflows. Uh, so, and obviously, guys, this is a lot better than trying to do this in any other way, because in doing it any other way, you spend a lot of money. So um, this is very good because you're not spending a lot of money. You could do a lot of for $20 a month if you want to do this on their price plan. Of course, when you have access to cloud, you get updates automatically as well. So it's definitely worth it in terms of that. But if I was you, I'd just start off definitely just locally and keep on going like slowly, gradually, as I'm showing you further. Uh, Keeps under mind when you start using Docker, it's completely isolated from your computer. So your computer that is running Docker is just like its own mini computer sitting inside of your computer. So this is the 1.24 gigabytes of data. This image has not been analyzed, but the idea is it's just running there on your computer. Of course, this is all sorts of other things. You don't really worry too much about that, but the idea here in Docker Hub, you could get all sorts of other information, as well as like LLM everywhere, Docker and Hugging Face. Set up a local development environment for Hugging Face with Docker. So you could interface with one Docker and another Docker and generate different types of solutions. So here's an AI Meta Llama, and of course, all of this guys, long chain, lang chain. You want to be utilizing those functionalities for your AI agents. But right now, I think you have plenty of understanding of what this thing does. And the next thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you how to cut the videos into smaller chunks, how to get them into blasted across YouTube, etc., etc. Here's some components have updates version ready to install. Update the components. So over here, Docker CLI ready to be installed. No restart needed. So update, and I'm just gonna quickly update this thing over here. So this is very good way for you guys to quickly learn and not really worry what's going to happen on your computer, because you're isolating this inside of like a little container. So this way you don't have to like literally just worry free. Do it on a Docker, download that, install N8 and start playing around with it and start doing some basic automations. And right now this is very good for you, like a very good setup, guys, because you are going to be it's it's a very good setup for you because it allows you to learn quickly. And if you don't do this and just kind of only use Zapier, then you don't learn. You still learn, but it's not going to be as what you do with N8 and locally hosted. Zapier costs money for each API request. Over here, when you're running it locally, you're not paying that money. And of course, there's certain apps that you're going to come across that are not here, but they are on Zapier, which is the whole reason why you still want to have Zapier and this. But having both will give you an ultimate combinational freedom. So, and if you don't, then of course it's going to be really difficult to kind of combine everything together. But I also show you how to do this on a with no code at all. I mean, with low code, where you just pop everything in using copy coder and cursor, and just kind of create your own interfaces, create your own code, and it could be a gazillion times easier than doing no code or and trying to do this in a complicated way, because no code eventually becomes complicated. With the code and using like cursor, it becomes less complicated because you could literally tell it what to do, and just you have greater granularity. With this thing, you kind of be like, oh, what happens if something is missing, right? So over here, you could kind of see get method, all those different methods, and I'll show you more about it as we continuously going through. But this is get, this is post, put, all those different methods. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up for now. I'll create another video showing you, this was a setup video for an 8N and showing you how to install it. But the next video is going to be, we're going to be actually building some automations to hit the ground running and create that YouTube uploader, YouTube splitter, and make things work for you. Then there's by the way, there's human in the loop factor where you could include like Slack message like this and include like all the credentials for Slack, OAuth, Access Talking, Open Docs. So that requires a little bit of reading. Don't worry, guys. I'll show you how to connect them, and you're going to be good to go. Once you connect them, that's it. You just run those automations. You run a bunch of databases, and you have a bunch of bots going out selling your products, interfacing with people, getting them connected with your virtual assistants. You just make things a lot faster, easier, and stress-free for yourself if you learn how to do this. And of course, if you guys want to learn it, join my Feudal Kingdom Academy. If you're a brand owner, and you want to get connected with other side hustlers, definitely join Feudal Kingdom Academy, and you will get access to all the blueprints. You'll get access to Zapier blueprints. You get access to Go High Level, meaning Freedom Fusion System blueprints. You can also uh, get access to the actual Freedom Fusion System of pretty much the whole software itself. So this way you could run your entire store and everything on it, and it will save and have all those email nurturing campaigns, all those business automations. So you have that as well, and you get Thread Stack Power Bundle, which is basically a collection of multiple guides that will help you convert $1 into 3 and maximize your chances of success. That includes Threads Booster, Thread Stories, Threads Themes, Threads Slacker, Threads Samurai, all of those different guides to help you learn how to navigate through all of those high cardinality, heterogeneous complexities. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get going. Hopefully you enjoyed this workshop and subscribe. I'll see you next time.